Back to the bank in just a moment.
What's that? Are you kidding me?
Now let's go.
Man, come on.
Back at beginning the second quarter. Ravens in possession. They've got 2nd and 5. It's Henry on the counter. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
From the 29. Brought in close to the 8. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Well, that right there is going to draw some significant ire from his coach. Close game, and he makes a critical mistake committing that personal foul.
Yeah, you're already fighting to erase the deficit. You cannot afford to give that offense gifts like that.
And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
He puts some power on it deep. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Ravens take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And look at this return. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. Touchdown on an incredible return. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He throws a bullet deep to the big gain downfield. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens pushing for points. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Lamar off the play fake. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers. Know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's Lamar. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a 2nd half to match this one. Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Rookie quarterback Brock threw it away their last drive. It seemed like he might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowball.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. For being a rookie quarterback in Las Vegas, he threw 28 of them his rookie year. Sometimes you just learn on the job, but you cannot repeat those kind of mistakes.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. This return starts at the 5. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. Back to the air following the pick six. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, then completions follow.
He put some juice on it deep. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Ravens will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
They go play action here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. The Browns are lining up to punt. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And some crafty work on the return gets him all the way down inside the red zone. A tremendous return. He got 31 yards. And they'll start this drive in the red zone. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Back to the well again. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
First throw for the backup now. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock, even if it would have been a touchdown. That was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact. In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting to your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
Play action on first down. He beams one deep right side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. Now looking to throw. He's looking deep once again. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Ravens take over on his 5th interception of the season. The moment you see them look to pass from this close to their own goal line, Brock, it is that defense's goal to hurry him and force a mistake just like that.
Yeah, those guys, they're so sneaky on the back end, Kate. They know the clock is being sped up. They know that the quarterback can feel those footsteps and thinking about a safety, and those defenders just wait for that rush throw, and then they step in, they deliver, and they take the ball away.
Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over him.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it's going to be their football coming up. Getting right back to it after that interception. He's trying to... Oh, no, they get him yet again. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens take over on his 5th interception of the season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. And this has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's the Ravens with possession and a big enough lead already. They can probably coast the rest of the way. They're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on first. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Blitz coming here. Jackson. Complete. Derrick Henry. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Bateman, the motion man left. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens keep running away with this. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens grow their lead yet again. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Looking for a throw here. He's got time here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
He's going deep. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Ravens get it as he makes his 3rd interception in this game.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. They're running the option, short side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens about to stay unbeaten once again. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They'll motion him out of the backfield. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Sheds up a rusher. And they pick him off again.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Running once more with Henry. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Win the early battle. Give a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
New set of downs for him from the 46. So in front of a flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They're on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So that's it for us here. Brock Huard, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.